gonna be so sorry!
Look at I believe that shall help you greatly.
Somewhere.
Someone help!
Perhaps I'll be on my way then.
Well, what say you?
You're not gonna like it.
Now, see here. I am graced with the Aberline family's robust constitution.
2 pennies robbing the Bank of England.
The governor of the bank. I think I might need to sit down.
There's no time for that. Bastard's probably deep in the vault by now.
However you get in, I don't want to know.
Of course. But do you know how I can get in?
The bank is designed to protect England's gold reserves. A fortress, guarded under lock and key. There is the bank manager, Mr. Osborne. Only he is allowed free access to the vault. You can spot him near the entrance. And, oh yes, one man keeps a close watch on the vault door. He watches it like a hawk. If he sees you, he's sure to seal it. The guard captain, Gus Howard, knows Twopenny well. He is in on this, I'm certain. Mr. Fry, please use discretion. The only way to implicate Twopenny is to catch him in the act. Do not jeopardize him. No big displays. This is the Bank of England. If you encounter any trouble, I'll be in the atrium. In disguise.
2 penny won't be leaving that vault.
Appears impeccable, my dear sir. I shall update our ledgers.
Nearly done, I hope.
Do you require assistance in any other matter?
No, you will never catch up! It's hard for yourself, mate! He's no match for us!
Fancy. Fitting for 2 pennies too.
clumsiness!
Sorry, sir. Won't happen again.
Faster!
Mr. Starrick will be pleased with our work tonight.
Faster!
Hurry now. You will get your cut as promised.
Damn your clumsiness!
Sorry, sir.
You've stolen your last shilling from the people of London.
Those animals squander their savings. We are the experts in investment. Nothing would be built or improved. Nothing would rise above the muck without our hand guiding. No creating the future. They benefit as much as they're worth.
It is their city, not yours.
Without our investments, there would be no city.
For the path of the dead.
Thank goodness, the police! We're saved!
Arrest them all for robbing the people of England. The Bank of England is closed until further notice.
The currency a laughingstock. Inflation out of control, Twopenny brutally murdered.
And yet Parliament does nothing.
The bill will be defeated, sir. That buffoon Disraeli shall be taken care of. It has been arranged, upon my honor.
Your honor carries little weight.
How dare you, sir!
The poor people of this city have suffered enough. Today I granted a significant rise to my staff in order to counter inflation.
What?
I would supply all of London if I could. Meanwhile, you sit in your club and wax poetic with promises your honor cannot pay. Your family's fortune, however. I wonder what they would offer to keep your record out of the newspapers. About the same as Disraeli would offer. For your balls, I'd wager. But let's be generous. Why limit ourselves to one or the other, when we can have it all? What say you, sir? Shall I come collect? No more dallying. The halls of Parliament must be free to govern. Again. Understood? You may see yourself out.
A letter? For me? Dear Mr. Starrick, men hired. Strike tomorrow. Disraeli's death will stall Corrupt Practices Act indefinitely. Gladstone will be far more pliable. May the father, etc., etc. be. So Starrick's got his finger in politics, has he? I need to enter the Sinopian Club and find out who B is.
Tread delicately around Parliament.
As if I don't usually.
Your indiscretion at the Bank of England caused British currency to nearly collapse.
Nearly is the operative word. Speaking of collapses, what of the key you found that unlocks very little?
Henry took it for research. I am confident that the vault is ours.
Nearly ours, Evie. Nearly. A letter. For me?
How am I supposed to afford these prices, I ask you?
What has happened?
Your brother.
What's he done this time?
The newspapers are all over Twopenny's murder, and if that weren't enough, someone has stolen the currency printing plates. Was that also Jacob's doing?
I doubt it.
Now, no one trusts the bank or England's currency. There will be inflation, riots, manufacturing will jump to America for the cheap labor. In short, Britain is done for.
Jacob, you've really put your foot in it now. What if I smuggle the plates back into the bank?
Well, it'd certainly help.
Better yet, it would call into question the stories on Tupani's murder, which would restore confidence in the economy.
That's settled then. Britain lives to see another day.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, would you mind destroying any counterfeit notes you come across so they don't circulate?
Of course.
It really is very good of you to help. Follow me. The counterfeit money is being spent nearby. Well, if you can call it counterfeit. With those printing plates, it's nearly impossible to tell the real notes from the fake ones.
Mr. Aberline.
If this gets out... Well, I've said this already. When people don't trust their currency, and we're already seeing riots...
Mr. Aberline.
Utmost faith in you, Miss Fry.
You two, follow me. I don't wish to be robbed on my way to the cart.
The counterfeiters.
Heard about the rioting at the bank?
They can riot all they like. We won't be giving back those plates.
What difference does it make? It's not like he has any real cash on him.
Since we've got the printing plates, it's all real cash.
Did you hear those crowds? Sounds like all of London is rioting.
Nothing to do with us.
See you again.
I can't believe Jacobs managed to shatter the...
You'll regret it if I come over there!
Bugger off over before I snap your neck.
There, girl.
I can't
Where
believe
to now,
Jacobs managed
sir?
to shatter the entire economy.
Back home, if you please.
Father was right.
Have
He
you seen
acts
the
in
papers
haste.
today?
And repents not
You
at
mean
all.
about Tupani's murder? Yes. A terrible shame. But it worked out all right for us, didn't it?
You're not worried that the police will be asking after you? Someone might have seen you going into the bank.
My good man, you're not worried, are you? Let your conscience be at ease. I am not responsible for Tupani's death. I merely took advantage of a fortuitous situation. If Scotland Yard comes nosing around, I was at the bank on business and you know nothing else about it. I'll see you're given double your salary for your trouble.
Paid in your counterfeit bills, no doubt.
I didn't quite catch that.
Nothing at all, sir.
Someone stop that joint!
I see.
Move it, you stupid animal!
Keep your eyes open. Anyone could be trying to get in.
Yes, sir.
Keep this place locked.
Some woman sneaks!
Now to sneak these back into the bank.
I hope it was painful. Oh, come over! This isn't it.
Stay back. She's here! Intruder!
What's the blank? She's
There. As if they were never taken.
Well, the London papers are running the story of how it was all a hoax. No more riots. Faith in the bank restored. Finally, I might get a quiet night on patrol. Miss Fry, I can't thank you enough.
Glad we've averted catastrophe, Sergeant. Although it's Jacob who should be thanking me. Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Trained as a hideout. It's a fantastical idea, really.
Slowly.
You do not want to bother me today!
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with the room marked Secret Vault... Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, the plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
We're going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful. That's not them. Nothing here.
Nicole! She's an intruder!
No. Looks like I have to ask someone where the plans are.
There's someone over there! I swear this! I don't know where they've taken him.
Taken who?
The man dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry? The plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans. The mission. You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though. One wheel looked like it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks so wobbly-like.
Beauty.
That cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly. They're knocking people over, too. And destruction of public property. I must be on the right track. That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
Could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
What's she doing here? Get away from me, girl!
Pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
Well, I hope you haven't addled his brain.
He's an assassin. How much more addled can he get?
Please, you try! Kick the shit out of you!
Henry.
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost.
I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please. Gunman on the rooftop. I need your skills. Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone! I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
All right, B. Who are you and what's your game?
Should have thrown his hands up and surrendered.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool!
Oh, yes!
I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not! You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny?
Now, a lesser commander should have thrown his hands up and surrendered.
Well, if it isn't my
Mediocre
dear
one.
old chum, Mr.
Gallantly
Disraeli.
thrown his own
Now,
soldiers
Prime
and
Minister,
troops
which of your
upon the
friends
Russian
is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone.
Attack and cut
You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool!
This is fucking horseshit. Getting detected multiple times.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
Alongside the ridge, which led directly to their unsupported left flank. And so, I ordered a detachment of my horse to circle round.
The corrupt practices bill is a vital step in reforming our government.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The corrupt practices bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts!
How dare you, sir? Merely because I do not wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations? I'll not stand for it!
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
B, I presume.
Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! My name's Herbert!
And why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just a job, sir! Some old bloke paid me to...
Smug bastard.
Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, wore some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! My lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
Someone please get me out of this! Who are you?
I recommend you stop struggling.
If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
So much for the house call. I'll have to find a way into that carriage.
Gives a tinker's these days. I mean, it's like...
What's the meaning of this? Who the devil are you? Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Fry.
I wasn't informed of any new bodyguard. Who's your commanding officer?
Let the boy speak, Dizzy.
Madam, apologies. But we've learned of a threat on your life. And the Met thought it best to move quickly.
Threat? What sort of threat?
That sort. If you excuse me a moment.
Where'd they come from? Other lads!